The countdown is on for who will claim victory in Florida's close Senate race, where Sarasota stands with the manual recount. Plus, after voters decided to end greyhound racing in the state, what happens next to the thousands of dogs in need of homes? And new developments in a fatal I-75 crash overnight. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 7.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Erica Jackson. Our top story, the hard-fought race to become Florida's next governor has come to an end. Tallahassee Mayor and Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum has officially conceded the race to his Republican opponent, former Congressman Ron DeSantis. Gillum made the announcement Saturday in a Facebook video.
RJ and I wanted to take a moment to congratulate Mr. DeSantis on becoming the next governor of the great state of Florida.
DeSantis responded on Twitter, calling the race a hard-fought campaign and calling on Florida to come together. The race went down to the wire and a machine recount was completed this past Thursday. It showed DeSantis leading Gillum by just under 34,000 votes. However, the margin was not large enough under Florida law to force a hand recount. Right now, we are less than 24 hours away from when Florida counties will need to turn in their results for its manual recount. Sarasota County is wrapping up their manual recount today. Approximately 6,000 ballots were being looked over and possibly counted by dozens of people at the Supervisor of Elections office in Sarasota. These are ballots that either had an over or under vote, meaning there were marks for more than one candidate or there wasn't a vote for either candidate. This afternoon, the manual recount was for the very tight Florida Agriculture Commissioner race. The Sarasota County Supervisor of Elections finished the manual recount for the close Florida Senate race yesterday. As for the rest of the state, at least 44 out of Florida's 67 counties have finished their hand recount in the Senate race. Like Sarasota, many counties were spending today doing a hand recount in another statewide race. There is stress that one Florida county may not make that deadline. Broward County officials are under fire after the Supervisor of Elections, Brenda Snipes, announced that her office had misplaced more than 2,000 ballots. Her office is already being criticized for the way it has handled the election and the machine recount. Counties have until noon tomorrow to report official results to the Department of State. With Florida voters deciding to end greyhound racing in the state by 2020, the focus is finding them new homes. One Suncoast organization has been proactive in getting greyhounds adopted. ABC 7's Rick Adams has more today from an area near a pet store in Northport.
Well, there are many greyhounds up for adoption, and as you can see, they are beautiful animals. The Racing Dog Retirement Project goes around to local pet stores each month for a meet and greet. There are expected to be a lot more greyhounds in the coming months and years looking for their forever home. This gives people a chance to get up close and personal with greyhounds and also get information on adopting them.
A lot of people don't know anything about greyhounds, and they think they need a lot of room and a lot of space and a lot of running, and none of that is true. They're great apartment condo dogs. A couple walks a day and they're perfect. They love their family. They love to snuggle on the couch and watch a movie if that's what you want to do.
And for more information on the next meet and greet and how to adopt a greyhound, you can log on to our website at mysuncoast.com. Reporting from Northport, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Rick, thank you. Efforts to reduce red tide in Sarasota Bay are now underway. The Sarasota Bay Watch Group conducted its 5th clam restoration effort today near New Pass. Board members and volunteers teamed up with Gold Coast Eagle Distributing to transport 3,600 pounds of clams from Pine Island. They are now resting in Sarasota Bay, where they will help filter and clean the water. A crew from Mote Marine says that the clams put into the bay before the recent red tide bloom are doing well. Sarasota Bay Watch will release the last of 250,000 clams this fall. Plans are also in the works for more releases in 2019. Now, a lot of people are putting their jackets to good use this weekend thanks to some cooler temperatures. Let's check in with Wendy Ross to find out if the trend will continue.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where you have to start off the day with your jackets and then you end up the day with the jackets as well, but you can get rid of them during the afternoon hours. Right now it's 66 degrees, so that's a little on the chilly side. The humidity is moderate. The winds are coming in out of the north, and it's those northerly winds that are really helping us feel the cool out there. And that's what's going on right now in several places around the area. We've got 66 degrees in Sarasota, Bradenton is a little bit cooler at 62, and Venice is much warmer at 71 degrees. But one thing we all have in common is we have fair skies out there, and if you're heading out the door, it's going to be a beautiful night to enjoy. So we've got our temperatures that are going to be dropping down into the 60s, about 60 degrees by midnight, and we will get down into the 50s once again tonight. Mostly fair skies is what we're going to be seeing. But I don't know about you, Erica, 50s. I have to have a coat, at least a jacket at 50 degrees, 58 degrees. We'll let you know what the rest of this weekend is shaping up to be, and also this upcoming week. A lot of you have it off, and we'll give you what's going on in the upcoming days in just a few minutes. Erica.
Right, Wendy? I moved to Florida for the warm weather and to avoid wearing a jacket, so we'll check in with you in a minute. We now know more about the people killed in a crash on I-75 Friday night. Florida Highway Patrol says Nikisha Mitchell and Deshandra Gary, both of Fort Myers, died after a crash near the Clark Road exit. One other person who was in that car is in critical condition at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Troopers say the driver of a GMC Yukon did not see other cars slowing down and hit Mitchell's car. The crash caused a ripple effect and 2 other cars were then hit. Charges are still pending. A road in Manatee County is now under construction and will be closed longer than expected. 21st Avenue West in Bradenton is closed to the west of 51st Street West. It was scheduled to reopen by this past Friday, but it will still be in place for that closure through Monday. If the construction continues past the weekend, the road will reopen in the evening during non-work hours. Still to come here on ABC7, damaging new claims about the death of a Washington Post journalist killed in Saudi Arabia. Plus, a look at President Trump's visit to wildfire-stricken California as the death toll continues to rise.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
Your child's classmate.
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Welcome back now to damaging new developments in the investigation into the murder of a Washington Post journalist. After weeks of speculation and denial, the CIA has concluded the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia did order the assassination of Jamal Khashoggi. The writer who worked for the Post was murdered last month after he entered the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, seeking papers to marry his Turkish fiancée. According to the Post, the CIA investigated multiple sources of information, including communications by the royal family that indicated Khashoggi had been told to go to the Saudi consulate in Istanbul to collect the paperwork. For their part, the Saudis have strongly denied the allegation the Crown Prince ordered the killing. President Trump is in California today, making his first trip to the disaster zone. The president getting an up-close look at the charred landscape that was once the town of Paradise. The Camp Fire is now the nation's deadliest in a century. At least 71 people are dead and more than 1,000 are still unaccounted for. ABC's Marcus Moore reports tonight from California.
Under hazy skies, thick with the smell of smoke, President Trump arrived in Northern California. His first stop, a neighborhood in Paradise. Governor Brown and Governor-elect Newsom and the president surveyed the charred landscape.
Nobody would have ever thought this could have happened. So the federal government is behind you. This is very sad to see it.
Scores losing their lives in the Camp Fire. Families there still searching for loved ones. More than 12,000 homes, buildings, and other structures burned to the ground. The president also visiting an operations center in nearby Chico. Thousands of fire personnel still battling the Camp Fire, just over 50% contained.
The men and women that are fighting this fire are incredible. Never seen anything like this in California. We've never seen anything like this here. It's like total devastation.
This visit coming in the wake of repeated criticism from the president of the state's forest management.
We're going to have safe forests, and that's happening as we speak.
Local authorities critical of President Trump, claiming nature and humans share the blame for wildfires, but forest management did not play a major role. The president is expected to make a second stop in Southern California. Parts of the Woolsey fire zone there still off limits because of hazards like downed power lines and damaged roads. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Wendy, it's so tragic what's happening over there, but I've actually seen some videos of some children who are trying to do their part to help the victims of the Camp Fire with some lemonade stands and making jewelry. So, you know, it's one of those reminders the community can come together in tragic times like this. So.
And you get to see the best of human behavior
Exactly.
sometimes in situations like this as
Yes.
well. Well, today we got to be outdoors. Today was the day that if you had those honeydew things that you had been putting off, you could not have an excuse for it today. We had plenty of sunshine, and we'll continue to see that all the way through Thursday. So this week is a big week. Many of you have company coming in from out of town. Many of you are going to be on the roadways. You don't have to worry about any adverse effects from any systems that are going to be coming on in for this upcoming week. We're going to see mild temperatures throughout the week as well, all the way through Thursday. Our best chance for rain is actually going to be on Friday, the day after. So that is all good news. And what we have is a cold front that's draped across the central part of the country. This frontal system is eventually going to be making its way across the state of Florida on Monday, but it's going to be a benign cold front. So it's only going to keep our temperatures right around the upper 70s. We're not going to see any big changes in our forecast as far as the lows are concerned. They'll be in the 60s. As far as the highs are concerned, mostly in the upper 70s. You just don't want to be in other parts of the country because it is going to be just frigidly cold across the northern plain states. And behind this cold front, we're going to see some very strong winds and very adverse conditions, but we don't have to worry about them right here across our own state. Very dry air all across the state of Florida. That's what's been affecting us throughout the day. That's why it was so beautiful, those crystal blue skies that you see out there. And temperatures, or dew points I should say, are in the 40s to our north, 50s for us. So it just feels wonderful outside. And you can see even down south in Key West and Miami, the dew points are low. So this is all going to bode well for comfortable conditions across the area for the rest of this weekend and into the beginning part of the week. And you can see just a little bit of cloud cover across the southeast, some rain showers south of Key West, but those showers are not affecting us. They're not going to be coming back at us. And so again, we're going to be very quiet throughout the rest of the night. It's just going to be lovely. Temperatures are very chilly across the Panhandle. We're seeing 50s right now, all the way over to Jacksonville and even Gainesville. You move into central Florida, we have temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, and then down to our south, temperatures are in the mid to low 70s. So things are very comfortable around the region. If you're going out tonight, you will need a jacket. 50s is what we can expect after midnight tonight. And so today we got up to a high of 78 degrees. That's right about where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. 50 was our overnight low, 59 as usual. And tonight what we're going to be experiencing are temperatures that it will be a little bit warmer than we started off the day with. So you can see temperature readings in the 40s for the overnight time period last night into the morning hours this morning. Temperatures along the beach is a little bit warmer, and tonight it's going to be slightly warmer than that. So we'll see our temperature readings getting down to about 58 degrees for the low, so about an 8-degree difference in many locations, and then we'll start the warm-up beginning at 7 o'clock to 59 degrees. So that's the way things are shaping up. We're going to see mostly fair skies throughout the overnight time period. It's really going to be quite nice. Just a disturbance here out in the Atlantic. It's not doing anything. You can see it's moving away. There's no chance for development with it, so nothing to be concerned with there. And if you're heading off to the beach for tomorrow, winds will be out of the northeast at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out on the bay. And this is what it looks like over the next several days. It's going to be cool. As you can see, temperatures are going to stay in the 70s all week long. Only one opportunity for rain, and that's Friday with maybe a 40% chance. And that's it. Erica?
Wendy, thank you. A wonderful show that had won numerous Tony Awards on Broadway is premiering tonight in Sarasota. The Music Man opens up to a packed house this evening at 8 o'clock at the Oslo Theater. This show kicks off Oslo's 16th season. It's their own production of The Music Man, which includes an added layer of tap dancers to the performance and actors from New York. In addition to tonight's premiere, there's a cocktail party and dinner with sponsors and an after party with the cast.
What the community wants, what we want to do, is a show filled with love and optimism and possibilities about who we are now and our future. And it's a celebratory musical in many ways about being an American and about acceptance, about being a little bit of an outsider and finding a way into love and community. It feels spiritually and emotionally and entertainment-wise the perfect thing to be doing right now.
The Music Man runs through December 29th at the Oslo Theater in Sarasota. For tickets or for more information on the show, you can log on to our website at mysuncoast.com. A new version of Monopoly has hit online stores, and it's geared toward millennials. The tagline for the new game is "Forget real estate, you can't afford it anyway." In this version of the board game, players don't buy up properties. Instead, they buy experiences, like going to a 3-day music festival, a week-long meditation retreat, or crashing on their friend's couch. Many people took to Twitter to express their feelings about the game. Some found the game to be an unfair portrayal of their age demographic. However, others seem to embrace the product. The game is currently sold out at some online stores. And I really don't think we're that bad. I mean, I think we value our experiences more than tangible items, but, you know, poking some fun at us millennials.
Yes.
So.
The weather is great.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes, but with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
How to keep your kitchen helpers grinding away during Thanksgiving dinner preps. I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, tips on how to keep your disposal spinning during the holidays, where to find pet-friendly hotels and restaurants, and a program to help local Latino students soar through college. And Madison's is going to be in our kitchen.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Like ABC7 WWSB on Facebook.